education. I said the coordinator. Education coordinator. Cannot determine my success in life. Me to me. 2013, Ugu Majuma, you seized my 500 excavators, 400 pickups. Mama, now who's through? Who's through side? The other year, meaning I know, still have me. That's who hold me captaincy. Say, I'm still remain as a captain. No, like I say, me back on time mining. Me guru na matwaro ye. Na me akwa wu me usro me. We are president to cry now ba national security for no more negotiate with me ansa no aba. Now you negotiate with me ansa no enter. Now who just want to me team kitwa. Who say who bet me. No man ya pesi and this for no. Na me no ye na this for to me ka say obi to be no o pa na mo munya ye. Omo ye one na ye do me want to me there obwa. Want to me mean slow. That problem run want to me mama say me no me anu gira ho ya fa so da fo di wachi na hwesa me wati me a say me ba ya na juma yi we will push ubati me pushing to me now even illegal legal no what is the difference? The difference is a document
cause me manyaska bi wo sika say joma hama ma wa bon me no kasa yi uti the small economics are me no Prempeh College no a St. John Mahama the communication certificate now hold you know.
Oh dear.
Me dear because me manyaska be was St. John Mahama.
Oh, you have money than him?
Of course. I have money more than him.
How about Ibrahim?
Oh, now on to me kaso was kase me kwame.
Oh no, I am the second wife. I know person ni nyina ba no mba wi Ghana. Akokra ni abrewa. I know person ba no baba wi Ghana. Ati se wo central region mumusasa John Mahama pa no. Obedi president pa no emfaso be pa
na central region
mwenya. One abra obeye running mate no. Na so obeye vice president no. President na ko free central region wo wi aya tamas wo wi vice president so a misata obefa no ema no so eba ye ono so vice president no omo ye no ono so wi ye eti John Mahama wudi na nimu a ubewu wudi na chi a ubewu o ta se
John Dramani Mahama ani NDC omo problem pa ni atamas akwanya ofa so wuye akwanya Mr. Atta afa so wuye and the kwanya omo fa so enso ma Rollins so wuye say NDC was a serious problem. They have a serious problem. Akwanya Rollins afa so odi ewu a onyankopon for mo kransi oda so she fridge mu no a serious problem. Na John Dramani Mahama pese o take in charge and will be a refi the party no the obi okofa baaye say your Rollins dia na entino ade a wo ye yayi ni nyira na say obi a rebefi Rollins. It's not true. Say ya ponche. It's not true.
Ya sem ponche. I mean,
what you say? I sem ponche ni ade. What you say? And this for no mom and omo dwen say omo dia ponche gina akura no ano mbewe in 2016 ana omo ekokofa ya anyi ya mfama wo enti andisi fonu mum ana omo dwen say omo de aponchi gina 2020 ya omo dwen say still they can make an impact what I say in 2020 and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Obiano, you are what you say or you are what you think. So what you say MPP for na ya ponchi na ya ponchi.
Unfortunately, one day I was there, then I had a call that President Mahama is calling me. So I went.
Which year was this?
Was 2013.
President Mahama was president.
President Mahama was the president. Okay. So I had a call that President Mahama is calling me to castle. That time he was in the castle. So
Vice President Mahama or President Mahama? Because President Mahama really never operated from the castle. He started from Jubilee House.
No, you don't know.
Okay, he was in the castle, okay.
He was in the castle.
2013, early, okay.
Yes, early 2013. I know. The time
Prof died.
Yeah, Prof died. You know, then he was there before he moved to
the Jubilee House. Yeah.
To the Jubilee House. So he called. Then he said that.
So you met him?
I met him. That I was busy because I was going to. I was going to see my workers and how they was. So
you didn't come to Accra to see him?
I didn't. I said to him, "You just call me." So.
You mean he spoke to you directly on the phone?
No, he let somebody called me. You know, and I said.
And this in the under down.
Okay.
The TN say Ivory Coast. Titina na mokra we kra mpo no. Me ma memo
Only Baba be two work on so. I think I may Baba no Baba Sakunya so. Embassy na embassy chira.
Me am gina head. So far as I live, me dey been break 8 bia o. 2 million no. Me say me mfa ma wo mo ne.
History never forget to.
We have a president who now says, I would hand over to the next MPP presidential candidate as president of the Republic of Ghana. We know how to win the elections. We have 1 million.
Your friend say,
but your friend is comfort.
oh, it's the comfort.
Yeah.
My boy would have told. If I see a thing come on kakra. We have heard what you might we said is it's about my home cement, my home plywood, my home 2x4, my home wawa, my home padlock. You find hardware pipes, maybe I will be so fit now. Young cross cement is first. Cement, what on is it?
You patch your face. Tamana
Akufuado.
All in. That's a master name. Now it's on 120. 1 bag.
1 bag. 120. Ghana for Muntian you. Was no tall cement 120. And Akufuado time. And a cement your mama. What one is 90 cities. Until that is a difference in about 40 cities. Radiate was it. And the next is a Ghana for my Bama train and Faswada.
Oh, many
me am here proud. Me am here proud. We are 1 day.
Yeah.
1 day proud near to say.
But 130.
130.
130.
130.
Yes.
And I say 1 day, Tabasa.
107 cities.
Hey!
Yeah.
1 day.
Yeah.
Wow! Not just say you're sitting in your muscle. Obi be your in your muscle.
Oh, what that time I could 10,000 they come at the flower name 70 pieces. Then let me cry 9,095 and then 100 pieces.
What to about a Kufado time?
In fact, I mean, buffy because that time I could 30,000 come market and touch it into me buffy a man.
But send the castle to about the
time. I'm first person I met for my end.
When are we there?
First person. Because you see, I'm a fan, be I so.
Your man was told, come on, your bar, about what me I be visa, and let's say, a koya, Ubeka, a baby on here.
Yeah, Adrian, assembly dear. Now, more 130. To see how the upper 65, 60, 70. When you're more back, 5K.
Let us say, correct, is a fiance and wedding more. Time be our person would be moved out me. Oh, meeting.
That enough standing fan, me only 280, and that was my 250 proud the bar, me ever mount.
Oh, I know sheet in our iron sheet in
our only 45, but Nadia me only 35 cities.
Hey!
And now it's a blue color,
color one.
Now me only 70, see, I me only 57.
Now turn 70, so turn 57. Let's just store no be won't be a form. Carpeting in our painting in our let's just brushing in our say be up from come. Until there now will catch excellence John.
Oh, my catch papa is saying I'm sure because I mean like Machino Legon campus, I mean I will picture 1 in 1.
Okay.
Mpacha Ben 1 because for Lucy and see. I'm a baby boy and my book and pay last 4 years and I could be this year party. Medim say me MPP the NDC there metal my chief 24/7.
Odo hu be shem.
Mpacha.
Na
do million so na me want any pictures. Na my friend Mpacha.
Yeah. Because I had John constituency.
Mpacha.
Okay, the affair we to aba.
Yeah.
Obe to aba so amend this one san to aba John.
Oh, John there. Ono so the only ni na ya me papa.
Okay. Now unim chief of staff. Until the dinner.
Matibet. I put a campaign and some imagine because.
But say chief of staff, the 2 Barians and appointed.
Ah, okay.
Now, won't see anything. And I wouldn't imagine you chief of staff here. I didn't know him.
Guess what can't me.
Chief of staff, yes, when not to see a bonnet dinner. I have 2 things said. Bread, no, by Casa was the chief of staff. One way of woman penning and was a schedule. It's where the matter was it. Why are netting now? I said,
now it's only 15
cities. Wow. But was what it. I want I was saying, Nanamia, I mentioned that's money, Mahama, back with getting. When I'm chrome to say the mechanic, I be busy, I can't afford the cassette. Almost a BB from petrol, not bar from no dollar, not bar from no. Or mother was it. Send a woo boy, man, Koswa, Nebunesa. Now 2028 there. Omo be chire DC say do omo de ma mo no kwa de sua omo be ye no mo hu mi nu na NPP anhwa Baumia benya 27%. Okay, enyumre me mo acho mo aha mo ache e de ba afidie so Samre Kwaku skate me da so wo man Ghana me nko ba bia kasoa na metete dwumadi na na iguso 24-hour economy project no iguso ayeye ho adwuma we hwese by 15th of this month we start adwuma esere ade so me ya ho den we ntumenye anwumre yi enim se ba platform is so ache wonfu do so a oye ni nyina because enye purchase a because site makoba election asan betena platform so let's say who say triple na mebo back Ghana nka say me jema ho so du ameda ko 2 o'clock nti anwumre dwumadi ni twagu Facebook Apple 68 FM TuneIn Radio Flash Apple 68 FM Ghana Web News 1 Ghana Politics Online.com Ghana Breaking News Oko TuneIn Radio ina obetimi enya Modern Ghana Radio Modern Ghana TV okwa unsabetimi akantwumadi bi no wahwe na samre baby am digmadi efri edebrew eye oman Ghana kaswa kojoku ana dwumadi medebrew anwumre nsamba komienu nyensa na me obedi ho nkomo ajebo enebo by election yewie na Kwaku skate by election we mudi mu tetwentwe pa Sunday ana omoye fana rally mikobi kuchia chairman na Kwaku skate me buy na me chairman onfa so eko me kuchia no ojem ya wa tu koto secretary edom no bebre eko mo akugan ejem feso na me nhira wo mo enne enso enno moto aba no wo ha na menya akọ efiri ba bi se yamra meboa ye na efi abroche ne kasa manfo beti ase kosa manfo mpeso moto aba no na sese Kwaku skate de me bia mbowura nima ayawaso east we call it door to door wo hwe wie pa na me noko nkofo pon na me bu nkotodwe wo for me patcham hey enye izo upeni ya obre tiene me koboa yebedi nkomo afa star koko nsam no MPP for e de no ayo mo number 1 because omba omo nyasem bia nka sese wo mu ni hwe a baumia ne dom ebeti aka che Ghana for beti ase nti bibi keto abi ba omo pese omo zoom ne te se de omo ye zoom send a bill be able to what after home. But yeah, my queen, because Kuko, the Ubian, Mr. Kuko, the drama, sir. Yebeka, yeah, my main Lordina, the project, Honkomo Kakra. Me ma me Lordina. You be din Honkomo, Batampa. The ye Mama, maybe I will be a Michel. You be din Honkomo, a waha. Na area, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, State of Nation address of the two Jan, Kokisket, and I didn't mean ya can be. But then the Kakra. Numa papa, a bobo so. As I say, ye wild well, yet it him. Afenyo Martin say, ECG boy yet ten, can ye boy yet ten. Fine. But what the end to turn another can ye time and let's say. But we have a contract, what is scan worthy. Oh, ye bedding na home, and you may assembly be na Kwaku skirt, a day blow. My bay, I mean, chia and penny for. Bakum Yunumiansa and 9 copum numini natural pobia kakra. Because some banman cheat shear and penny for a home tome. My bay, I mean, cheer me papa. I compare papa. It's showers are me boom cotogue and cotogue no coffin. Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A baby will be a new chow. Maybe a penny chief of staff. Honorable Julius Cosidebra wants to meet chow. Me mammy Lordina or Batampa. Mama wants me chill. Professor Jenna no pokwajima wants me chill. And this young man you company for you now. We church him now. I mean, she'll be there. Now, you need come up. 24-hour economy is making myself. Kwaku skirt cast now ready. Ya brand hon kama. Be the them. I can say, new marketing kitibi. But the same way I can say, but I don't know. Sabo from the cast of 2 man at 12. Kwaya new maybe I may pay a delay me. And this year bam. Nanso MPP for being a chassis. And I'm trying to come back to US. Say me time cry me. Cause think about this time I come back. But my extended ticket with him. You be doing na home come when you read. You have on the tougher. Can you forget a handsome waha? Tiana wasano song. Okay, we maminti siwe na yanko uba TikTok pamotel Samri you need time you befa phone calls nti so uba Facebook na se anase which yame e wo dwent na hu se kanea so na ba yi sisu a and yes, say now Baba frame. Sunday a Juma and May. Dear be kind, Mamma from na yenin come TikTok producers. I mean, no Juma is free. United States of America. Bam, Robert Evelyn Gradis as Santiago Joba and your Bacasa. One more message medi na Kwaku skirt. Medi Jumedi a day brown. Jumedi video be a mebobi and Yamedia, a ubidia na mebo. Into the Mekobe be a Juma, but didn't come watch it. Pacha uba share video no bra TikTok pamotel samri ye program munya frɛ phone ya no na dey adwuma we mini studio na makase me yusu enema bebre one computer any phone am dey program akɔ all the social media nti nyasese a we home no na obefre pacha me wie na wona ya ubeti afram na no odi nkomo de di kan me anu ni nkomo kakra fa kan ofori ata kuntunkunku obi anim kan ofori ata ni case de akosi nan wasan court nan ya san afre no nan ka wo ya senko benya be senka yenya no na onko re nkukwa akese wa America na nkonko disade nam ne nam doko na kan ho nton nenso le lawyer ye ne ya reject but enoveriata lawyer sekwa wa for mo atue o mo sika nyina waste time sanka wo de fa government lawyer kran ka bia nko betu charge because who feel say wo sika ne to ne na nti lawyer ne be save America ente se Ghana ha. America ente se Ghana. Ye mu bi ata America che kakra. Nti ye ni America ba ko mienu miensa. Ehwo mbra na che wa achem. Mu ye hwan na mbra na we wa ahwo. Nti kan ufuriata America mbra na ahwo. Mene wanka maba. Oba yanke ama obey kura. Oh, Ghana is how they run a job. Yeah, the might be. I cried that 30 years and I cried, I man say. This are not here. But can for that and one function. And you came in and came demonstration. Car can for that time my abon Ghana. And do poor what do put Ghana for. Cathedral and one put me can for that on them. I don't know bit was say, and a cathedral no, as so much disca, name one. Nti excellency John Mama ba wase cathedral scape obi bi obeka che say cathedral people for this scape catch we kotwini excellency John Dramani Mahama nko kan ba bia say cathedral na wo ho no nko kan ba bia say cathedral no bi ndi sika wo nti so obi kan ye mfutro cathedral people for the kan wo for get the sika grand toa ni nyina kan charges na ho na mom watumi akwa copy court okwa ni be na no okwa grant sinke ma ni be no judge no ato atwene adentina America judge kese pa abokan mo foriata to asma ayen bogos Ghana nke be kase ma ni be but America emra na ye adwuma eye nyoma mienu and woman saw me ato na atwene one ose abanin hwema ne be for nkrata issues and na judge no so say nkrata issues no ontumi man ho be meyeye because ovesa wuna yo overstay ne yechewa e di porto entimi entimi hwe ho e maka no ofuri ata be etosum ye no judge ne sade a wo gina so biem kra ye na bufu etan e wa kan na nsem enti so nya krata Africa na say ye nya na de a ono judge no aye ready but so nya krata bia ontumi maka no ofuri ata be until 27th April ye be di kan ofuri ata asem si edim ye a Ghana ni bia expect say ye de kan oforiata edne to adakam di na supreme aba makan ha say kan oforiata kosoro platform even vesa na ewu no kra na ye de beba fi as no mo chen no kra ye de beba into odi mo to ha obeba be kankan na fo nsa asomdwem na Ghana fo oba emra kwam no si agisika no kra ye maka no foriata punishment enye si agisika no ne agya no ne ma na hwe agisika ye nka bibi because saa nyoma wo nyina Ghana for behwe ho 2028 ye di ato aba timesre me party am don me free party bi mu na me ba ye but me ba ma ba atanase bibi eni we be sesa me se me tu me to akoba bi foforo me ba mo je me kama me be ye adwuma nso ma mo adwuma sese me ye enti sese amanfo na sese bade de kan oforiata bababate pam chaw sikam ye hie de buo man no enti ye ntimi nkase de koto afiase no first kan ni no esese means bia ye be giska no esese ye Africa kan oforiata nemo si agiwia ye man punishment oba cho comments or TikTok e Kwaku skate live oba Facebook Apple 68 oba Modern Ghana Apple 68 FM oba Tuning Radio Apple 68 FM oba YouTube Apple 68 FM baby bia oba search wo Google Kwaku samre wo bia to mampon ko okọ mampon wa samre bia no phone atata na so ana obi ati enti sa wote ho a no obi daadaa second oforiata de wo ma enne me hya wo bo second oforiata acha kura 27th say the punishment no kase mfa na mra Watch 1 week. And Tiamfa said by on the 5th of June, na can be for the Atabidrugana. We see in na record to me say by on the 5th, from on the 5th to on the 10th of June. No, April, May na make can patch of me. On the 5th April to on the 10th May, na can for the Atabidrugana. Ntimu amusu abano ntimi mfa ne ma eyemra Ghana ha ne yemfa mra nya adwumo America yem ompese wo bedi asem a wo kene beka se wani asem bi yi enti wo hwehwe mu ata no bo wo sane nkratam ne abisa kan ofori ata lawyers question nti Ghana fo a monam kromu a na kan ofori ata we obeba ye pamochaw Mama mrekakra enkopim by 10th of May na can we forget our Republic of Ghana because kwanya wote kana fafaso America ban enhwe handa me na me kachiro America ban onhwe han second we forget lupu Ghana fosa onhwe han second we forget enwia Ghana fosikani onhwe han Nti minu ya nwumre wutie me papa wutie me fato wadwene mu se owura kan wo foriata na kuntunkurunkun a Kwaku skirt me kofre Mayo Clinic na me bisa ya na yesi won yare no and the 27th ye din kan asan coordinates last week ya wakose e man be me abobe na to agu nti wo twen wodem American president no dem a Ahoye jail enye prison America no I just say Moses ye wa he ahoye friend jail prison make kase mu pa but see am no kase dey on the prison on the jail the bail now requesting judge no about to about a week say they akoduru say ye twen 27th of April near her final judgment ebeba media minim say final judgment abeba ne say yemfa kan furiata emfa na mra Ghana beda wase ma memfa umura Kwaku akache kakra ipacha oba fa akoma no to TikTok Kwaku skirt live TikTok jataba live ko TikTok na so ko TikTok ananse tentan no kwa akoma no boso no mes na mo de mama akoma no kwesha nti cha won kwa utimi mama akoma 5,000 kwa na nka yede akoma no kwa woman 5,000 ma yemfa nwura Kwaku nsensem mu kakra emse Kwaku asem no ohwe sene miracle aboaje ene anodompre me hu se yenua otukono ene Kwaku akuafo kosia ewo Kwaku ase na otukono koyewie pe ana anodompre enso pegya kotoku to na chi se Kwaku na abasa ne de wo munyame ombetia nam so de age power na we de we na sa age power untimi mfa Kwaku issues nko amfa age power and the Kwaku kuani na wote ho no wa hu sensem a wo kana eye trash anodompre Kwaku kuani na wo Kwaku na se na wo kura wonum se de Kwaku atodwe wonum se de de Kwaku kura tete na wo kogina ho am yekofa table chair de kosi ho se kwatana na nka me expertise pose ukwa nke jale akonwa because ye Kwaku a ukwa me ye Kwaku ye mfa table chair ne kosi ho ye de jale akonwa ye de kon ya Kwaku me ma Kwaku pe de munyina modimirika because NDC fo akoye bi nti we de nyame ye betunya aton abanya betena so 1 year muntimi nya asambwa ne ba kompomfa we any cake a esoma mo amudie be but yanka hu se akufu ado betena so afe pepepe na nyoma akoso wona na do aben na no obiri bo ahenkra sika Kwaku skirt me de baaye na so sentan 15 billion. And no come the Congress could do keke. NDC by Martin Bibi. Enti MPP for nya kreapia. Say yenkot na kokwa ase. Na yeni kokwa akuafo nkokasa. Ada ya yate kokko so. Na enwumre bi ne obedi nkomo kakra. Na yahe. De mete ya na ya me yakase pa. Se miracle aboaje. Emma kana 40 ase se Ivory Coast cocoa no kra no e ho ye nteso. But some cocoa issues we can think about now can stop. Enti wo betena asem ba ko ho aka saa. Wuti opposition. Asem ba ko na betena ho awe saa. Let us say the excellency John Mama obo no ho modern ampa. Let us say Oluman obo no ho modern because 1 year they wouldn't mean some can necessarily when you cocoa issues. Then until so but 2% one thing, and they are sad by and why would you judge it? Yet to come, Mamma America, my yet, I say, cocoa now. That's some Ivory Coast of Okra. But then the water and the Woko Ivory Coast, cocoa, 1.2 thousand 1.2 Ghana, ha, more than I say. A 2 point something. It's not just Ivory Coast, the Anukra air for. It's not just a more Ghana for more the Anukra 20 years. I dear when you say a better than half a boss, a great man sooner cocoa no Yataso. Yataso, Sabi, Yates from the young $2, Yates from $1 crowns work of form. Emma cocoa creani and what you want, Yasama fertilizer free, Mandy Abueti, Emma motor news, pa. Umachi na say no, excellency John Mama, Fresi and Mefani and Kosi Mount. Uko rose no, excellency John Mama Daroma, or the machines a good you can pete big push at Daroma, and the work won't put them na ye. And the work on our tongues and Naya, Titananches 9 packet, no ton say. Titanam that door box, what on say? Titanahama carpenter needed bonny at on say. Titanah fat a little that dollar pump me at on say. Titanah slate, yet on say. Titanah cement, yet on say. Titanah iron ross, a baby come near to say. Then the transum busse, who say, Samuel mana above for man, I said, that's also. Above for. Into the price in pie the amount. Still no cotadi impa, we benefit. Unyam faso film. Excellency John Dramani Mahamo ye queer or no crack cano. The other can't why a president. No. Or your president mum now so cocoa humani create man away and wa fan call for woman ye mentally uchuamaka. On to me coini bottom sicato de cotio queenie. Tis a cocoa now wado donne farm any bit when you scano no be a tria at my fonaka. Into your accessory a cano. Nti kokko akuani a wote ho mentan ma miracle boaje na mentan na anodom pra wonam wapu ne to sa mekeka nkrew na ada agimifo we mmua we mo mentan mo metu futuro ngwani yenkoti nsema miracle boaje e ka fa Ivory Coast kokko nsem ho e wo ha na pa cho fatum ye go
and this in be under down.
Okay.
The TN say Ivory Coast. Titi nyina na mokra we kra mpo no. Me ma memo am Western North. Mokra de sem na mo buy Ivory Coast.
Sound na back here. Na TikTok for no mo so no. Etumi anya bi atie me mo ayete. Ti hwe sound no na mo fan.
And this in be under down.
Okay.
The TN say Ivory Coast. Titi nyina na mokra we kra mpo no. Me ma memo am Western North. Mokra de sem na mo buy Ivory Coast.
Na wo fe.
Enti monim kokko nsem no kra say. Munyina munim say Ivory Coast. Titi be pe mo ne.
What no position.
Every crop season piano. Cocoa prices me no. Omo review twice. Ghana. The cocoa price October.
Ghana for the MPP party. MPP party.
There has never been a time in the history of this country.
MPP party. Gogomi Fumoba. Cocoa nsemi ya wanu kasa braka.
cocoa price here the man and one day the
but
season
no
you pay before season and
cocoa farmers
new price but say you want mid season near the cocoa price for there a bit see that this is the first time NDC4 but Ivory Coast
maybe uncle will
papa no more western north there but every year biano cocoa price review no twice
and the kind of
main crop season price no more than man there no money na dem in October yeah the cocoa price this year be
that's it. We're
yeah, fan kasa akopem the next year October.
Table chair. And the cocoa for price October by June.
Almost I man other price. Normally I know from June to October, which is the light crop season. We are aware. It is an Ivory Coast review from light crop season.
The board.
That's it. Omo catch us omo so that's how they announce we see announce Ghana for price at the moment it is a one book Ghana for it's a Kwaku won see okay Ivory Coast release on the mind na omo say
send me yache so no more ton wo mo de no now they compare Ghana be na yache so na so
what it means is that 3,600 no the end of crop season in fact okay almost statement almost say even though omunjaya omo so esa da mansan born na afem no
yes MPP cocoa farmers ya ko ha bas ni amu dia 2 million
cocoa farmers no with about 1,000 francs until the end of the season which they have brought to match it is no the new price na it is a new price na Franklin could donate NDC for the nam say Ivory Coast at cocoa so Ivory Coast at cocoa so no it is for their new crop season which they have moved to match.
So what you say? Mama ntra ho. Ama miracle aboaje anu nsuo we medada. Man ntra ho ma miracle aboaje roba we medada. Te meka chew no say, ma wani na ho. Na kakra wukuta no somu ye. Na wutie ya anu machi a. Wa hwe de ode papa. Ebetwero. San bo miracle aboaje voice mame.
And this ni bi andada.
Okay.
The tie ne say Ivory Coast. Titi nyina na mokra we kra mbo no. Me ma memo am western north. Mokra de sem na mo buy Ivory Coast. It's munim cocoa and some of the saying. Munina munim Ivory Coast. Fitty bepem ne. Every crop season biano. Oma cocoa prices minu. Omo year review twice. Ghana, yama cocoa price October. Yen kawasem bium.
Okay.
Yabeka wasamani epijum. There has never been a time in the history of this country. Yate cocoa kuyafosi kaso mid-season. There be mid-season. There be a binsida. Cocoa price ye debe ma no and one ye the year season no ye be be fufra season na end no and ye be ma new price but say ye want mid season na take cocoa price for there e bit see that this is the first time NDC4 e me hu bi but Ivory Coast there e ma me no mo papa no mo am western north there mo de mo ni Ivorians net mo nyina mo ya west Ivory Coast every year bia no omo cocoa price omo review no twice
okay
omo main crop season price no omo de ma no there no munyina de ma in October no ye de mawia ye no ye fa ye san kan ye cocoa price this year be pejum ye fa nkasa akopem the next year October but mo western north dem ya aware say e friend say Ivory Coast there omo ma price October na by June omo say ma another price no mo dey no aye from June to October which is the light crop season we are aware munim dada it is a Ivory Coast for review from light crop season. Na say omo catch us say omo so that's how
Fameko Ivory Coast. Ye Ivory Coast say cocoa farmers. It is say wo pacho fatum ne
Nogo's warehouse in the town of Dwekwe, they're nearly at the ceiling. That's a sign of how a global slump in cocoa demand is coming up against a record high price set by the regulator in the world's top cocoa producer. Nogo says farmers trust his cooperative to sell their cocoa, which they can usually do quickly.
But honestly, things haven't been going well for quite some time now. So everything is at a standstill for the moment, and we currently owe the farmers a lot of money.
Nogo's hope is that the Coffee and Cocoa Council will step in. In January, the regulator launched a program to buy cocoa beans to help farmers. Concerns about declining cocoa inventories stored in poor conditions forced the regulator to accelerate those purchases earlier this month. That's after, at the start of the main crop harvest, the Coffee and Cocoa Council increased its marketing price to a record 2,800 CFA francs, or a little over $5 per kilogram. The aim was to improve farmers' income and ensure the development of the sector. But volatile global prices started to drop. Last week they hit their lowest levels in more than 2 years. Now farmer Frederic Kwasi says buyers won't pay the farm gate price. Instead, he says, they offer lower prices, something that's prohibited by the regulator.
In other words, they offer us a choice that doesn't suit us, and due to a lack of resources, we are forced to accept these prices.
For now, Kwasi is storing bags of beans in his home, but he doesn't want them to accumulate. The mid-crop, when cocoa farmers will harvest again, is approaching. Since the first crop has not been paid for and the accumulating cocoa beans become a burden, he says he could be forced to offload his inventory for a pittance. But he's facing the challenge with a positive outlook. The trees are still alive, he says, so you accept and never get discouraged.
We Ivory Coast and that way. And now I know because I will fall phone now go cocoa price. The whole world the be yama. And yes, sir, NDC man you could answer. Excellency John Dramani Mahama Pine. And what said that? So Obabe Tiu Sikasun Wafed. A idea a sibe bia. Nya lucky, yenya president would no crack. Yet Ghana, Nanado a pencil. 2.5 years and son or two cocoa. But Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ba, within 6 months, no what to cocoa. Cocoa create with him. Memman Kwasia for when 2 funtuman winning. Memma Jimmy for when 2 Duncan your man winning. Winning the hop. Na koso na bo koko ho ban na minim se afedase sese na koko no bo a na wunyan na beye times 2 e de ama e da se the next story amin fa ngurem yenno sukwa na yenhwe Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne kasa o kasa ye over the weekend. In summer, what did you do? Me per se, be Kwaku TV. Na yahwe. Adwen papa, ekuta, edema oman Ghana enedom. Inti mientie State of Nation address na what did you do? Na no fear de said no. Yahwe nsem kakra okan dollar ho asem. O se dollar no watwe mu and the not to table so and we can ma. Okay, can't say baby. Me ane boaba form inflation. Akwa kusket maka se beba 0%. Udi hon komo ekeka. Ti me entie videos ni bi. Ye mresisi a. Ye ba, ya karme.
We did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currencies. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currencies.
What's also no one $1 no. Or you should see no the $1. Well, Oma very smart. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Mayeti assessor what the dollar 2 kg and what tum the kino. Satana Santipi 2 is 1 IGP the kina man. Excellency your mama. Also no. See, it is some kind. We did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currencies.
Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currencies.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama no church kwanya ofa so a wotimi ma CD e dollar no ato table so no watwa na chi ma na Ghana ni bi anya so mfaso pa edi ene enam dollar so ukoto bibia bafom ene mesi enam de dollar so ukoto bibia bafom fofofo mo bi ahoto and yet I 100%. But would you wait to talk a kufuado, the pejenya kufuado to boto mama mu so say be bravo. Yes, Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And some our kind bill. Here we are,
Mr. Speaker, the Accra Kumasi Expressway will be 198.7 kilometer, 6-lane high-speed motorway. This expressway is designed to connect Ghana's two largest cities, Accra and Kumasi, and to reduce the traveling time between Accra and Kumasi to approximately 2.5 hours. Mr. Speaker, this new alignment will have 8 interchanges and will be Ghana's first true expressway. And so government has established the Accra Kumasi Expressway Limited, which is a subsidiary of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, as the concessionaire that will be mandated to design, to finance, construct, operate, and maintain the expressway, with the Ministry of Roads and Highways as the contracting authority. The project delivery is structured as a long-term concession of up to 50 years. Mr. Speaker, this expressway will be Ghana's. We did not, Mr. Speaker, the Accra Kumasi Expressway will be. Mr. Speaker, the Accra Kumasi Expressway will be 198.7 kilometer, 6-lane high-speed motorway. This expressway is designed to connect Ghana's two largest cities, Accra and Kumasi, and to reduce the traveling time between Accra and Kumasi to approximately 2.5 hours. Mr. Speaker, this new alignment will have 8 interchanges and will be Ghana's first true expressway. And so government has established the Accra Kumasi Expressway Limited, which is a subsidiary of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, as the concessionaire that will be mandated to design, to finance, construct, operate, and maintain the expressway, with the Ministry of Roads and Highways as the contracting authority. The project delivery is structured as a long-term concession of up to 50 years. Mr. Speaker, this expressway will be Ghana's first purpose-built expressway with limited access points, so goats and sheep cannot cross at any point. Mr. Speaker, it's designed for higher speed limits and modern safety infrastructure.
Accra Kumasi na adaho for so many years. Excellency John Dramani Mahama so be na express lane. Na MPP Fontiase, because some young kurase for no money swade no egu no mo jimi nti omo de no mo se nya adepa. Yes, Asante man, sometimes aya na ye de obuo mamo, but it say MPP mo twemo ho firi ho. Yet ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yet ase say ye wie airport airport no international flight ebesi so. And they be say color will flight to create me see Kumasi airport so. It's a local flight. Yet here Momo Kante say Arab Emirates ebetu afi Arab ababesi. And to make them say United Airlines ebetu afi US. Wo bo si wo Kumasi we are o si wo Accra we are what the Kumasi for Kwaku and the Yemisa. A Husika Nana be try more mudi. So until we are Santimai now, oh yeah, ye now there, your dad now see a more potty and farmer. Would that should be Quasia for we more we much. The Quakan more food, some of them are Santini. We are Santini and so fucking what? We are Santini and so fucking what? Nana do ma da down. As a senka mu yima geography MPP for so. And then the biapa country biapa mpuntu juma. Yeti Ghana. Ami ya catch remo. Yeti Ghana ni ya catch remo. The Mamoti as in American. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Mokata said Kumasi Airport, ye Emma play the two at the free Arab international flight at Baby Siwaso. And the young one sample be flight quite to Siwaso. Young Kobisa said that Bena Keko international flight, it will be Kumasi. What 1 year 2 funtu gumani, the economy are Santini. We are Santini so fucking what? We are Santini today. We are sending now party, Chimie party, name Wawa, and that's also some Quasia for Wimoso. And now me what to Kwaku land no. Kofo betnas wo to Kwaku. Baumia and Casa betnas wo him, but beside Jose airport to pay and on bomb to me ye. Oma my yet assess a crown Sikaya day. Emi a ye, Ubiati beside airport, and see a ye. Beside one said the banner. International player besi also this are no man is so lucky Emma aben bi ba was so obey express lane 6 lane at the amount now what to ho say me there you try me fruma you try was sick and the 2 MPP you try was sick I mean you try me fruma to MPP I mean the wo meetum o Jimmy. Produce a sample my voice in
Mr. Speaker, the Accra Kumasi Expressway will be 100 and Mr. Speaker, the Accra Kumasi Expressway will be 198.7 kilometer 6-lane high-speed motorway. This expressway is designed to connect Ghana's 2 largest cities, Accra and Kumasi, and it will reduce the traveling time between Accra and Kumasi to approximately 2.5 hours. Mr. Speaker, this new alignment will have 8 interchanges and will be Ghana's first true expressway. And so government has established the Accra Kumasi Expressway Limited, which is a subsidiary of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, as the concessionaire that will be mandated to design, to finance, construct, operate, and maintain the expressway, with the Ministry of Roads and Highways as the contracting authority. The project delivery is structured as a long-term concession of up to 50 years. Mr. Speaker, this expressway will be Ghana's first purpose-built expressway with limited access points, so goats and sheep cannot cross at any point. Mr. Speaker, it's designed for higher speed limits and modern safety infrastructure.
And then that so you see 8 interchange. 8 interchange. 8 good interchange. And at the amount Kumasi Accra Express Lane. So you see speed. Ebe bakwa so nyina aka ho. Nti what na ho ema MPP for atumfuntuma ada wana. Mesre semuani ena ho. Mwani na ho mentra ho mobi na ada. MPP for wo bibi ye mawa nke ye MPP for me say o me ye de o mo bibi mawo nke ye MPP for ni bibi on betia ya ma wo nti wo te Ghana you any free so say na me MPP ni MPP no de no wo be ya ma obetia boa wa nko aboa MPP ntumi moa wo da kokra ajimi for party no moa party no me ja me ya asantini me ya asantini we ya asantini ndiri we ya asantini na ukodi MPP echi no enfie 16 years bisa ho sa amobra fo no de no mo yema amobra MPP ade ombe ya yesikadie ombe bo Ghana fo apotwi fa wo so just like that ye besre yiwa dwene fi MPP sokra na dwuma excellency dwuma ma ye no ye mompa ye ma wo ne owura chief of staff no mo twi hye Ghana ye na kan ye hontoye am obi so kan watumi akan ye na ye nya bi se ene oman Ghana asesa ene oman Ghana ekoso nti hwe no bi ana ada etietitia excellency dwuma ma yes ankoti na another voice me ba atwa
Ghanaians cannot afford electricity.
Ghanaians cannot afford
by 40.7% against the US.
Why?
And disciplined monetary policy, inflation fell from 23.5% at the end of 2024. And disciplined monetary policy, inflation fell from 23.5% at the end of 2024 to 3.8%. Mr. Speaker, inflation fell from 23.5% at the end of 2024 to 3.8% over 13 consecutive months by January 2026. Mr. Speaker, and very interesting, food inflation, which had been the main driver of the upward pressure on inflation, fell by 26.6 percentage points. Inflation for locally produced goods fell by 22.6 percentage points. Mr. Speaker, these are not just statistics. These translate into the reality of a parent being able to put food on the table for their children. It translates into the reality of businesses thriving and creating opportunities for Ghana's young people. Mr. Speaker, petrol prices dropped from 15.2 Ghana cedis to 10.7 cedis per liter. And only recently, it dipped below the 10 cedi mark to 9.97. Diesel fell from 15.4 to 11.3. And this brought relief to our nation's 3.7 million car owners and the tens of millions of Ghanaians who depend on transport daily. Mr. Speaker, to the interesting part. Exchange rate volatility has long been at the heart of hardship in Ghanaian households. We made currency stability a priority, and Mr. Speaker, we have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the cedi to put up a good fight against the other currencies. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the cedi to put up a good fight against the other currencies. And I'm pleased to report to this House that the cedi appreciated by 40.7% against the US dollar and by 30.9% against the British pound and by 24% against the euro. Mr. Speaker, Ghana's economic turnaround is broad-based and comprehensive. All sectors of the Ghanaian economy have witnessed remarkable improvement in our first year in office. And most importantly, Ghana's economy has surpassed the 100 billion mark for the first time. And as I said, it is projected to place Ghana among the top 10 largest economies in Africa. Mr. Speaker, our reserves currently stand at $13.8 billion from $8.9 billion at the end of 2024. This
inflation, Nana do kone say, and the inflation about 3.1%. Enuane bo aba fom, kokonte bo utimi di ma hoto, fufuo the one word pam, and the utimi nampa ewe, and the wasunto, because bibia bo aba fom, inflation is show yete ye feel it. Enuane bo aba fom baby abefa bia. And the Kwaku skirt me call chrome tomatoes ya teso and cook nkete ada roma and the winya kosu apedi nti bibia di adanse na wo Ghana for e maba wane mmofra and wo mafo nyina atoto adaye na omunya aduane papati because of Excellency John Dramani Mahama di Ghana for aba no bon homoden a mumye mo na baso ne empren ya ban be ya no wo ye magane onye ni nyina mumnwi nanso afi ba ko ni ba bia wodi yadu no esese Ghana for ye pagya abawe tete na brote so no ebe obi didi ba ko pe no wata obi be didi achi so koto yokogale obi be didi achi so ye showcase no wi abonsu agusu say tap because wonya bi ni another time but ne abodoma nya aduane di. And then nipa da sanit me didi 3 times a day. And apa we didi, a real didi, ukoda wasan didi, and sana ukoda krana wasan di dessert. Eka wanum. Bisa ho kanokre. Ye ni no kre me ho. Se na na do tie. Ne nuane bo te se. And inflation adawroma. And then nuane bo aba fom. E me no obi atimi didi, obi adidi me ensam wa kana. Maybe a Kwaku radio so what is will be kasa was the whole day aduane kwa minya bini but then aduane bu wonnam kwa no be for se brabati aduane di mumye ni nokre aba no bo no homode mumye mpagya no ne yehye na nimyam me da wase yenko the next story your real man voices no abose it's inflation boaba form ema na nam so ema I hate tokro bi ema neoma boaba form peche men na obi ahotona obi anya na fam de ese de ope intimenti MPP for moa no enemre se woda so de MPP achi wankasa na me hu adwam hu se o ya moa o yo proto enemre the next story. That no Excellency John Mama at the State of Nation address the two Japan. Now we share. Afenyo Markins the casa bebre sell electricity crown any atum. But then again of for electricity the crown. Omun feel say atum bia. Ghana for na kasa mo voice wa na wan kasa yan kan okre na nando amammo 8 years na wo bi beto obi amammo a wabu no for 1 year say ya toto nkane am nti wa wo jejereje wajimi afenyo wajimi ankasa hwehwe sa voices ni bi o afa bi to man me
40.7% against the US dollar and by 30.9% against the British pound. And by
abona hwehwe afenyo voice mame na yenti kakra na Ghana for womo kasa no yenti se womo so kasa enkane aboa de nto mbu afu anase de womo so gina na no mo gina yehwe na wo Afenyo Markins boys were hɔ Pacho Tabona Fatumani Emiliana I heard her mammy and call. And say, Nuni Hodia, and ye more Bogana Foa, one more Casa say. Sal electricity no. Afenyo Martin, Cassanina, you would. Ghana for say, Sal electricity now. Afenyo Markins, Eka, say ya ton canimono. Ghana for ne Cassay. Almost one no. Omonte she. Baby a wamujina no. And Kanye Nijina, and a womutriano. Woman Nijahon. Because woman de to throw MPP about free one. Now, one more difference.
Is that 1 year in government, he's still acting with slogans, no action. Mr. Speaker, electricity tariffs have skyrocketed and Ghanaians cannot afford electricity. We have thousands of Ghanaian youths who are, Mr. Speaker, can they be quiet and listen? Because if they misconduct themselves, we'll do the same thing to their leader. Keep quiet. They can't take away my time. If you don't keep quiet and listen to me, your leader cannot speak. If you don't know, I'm telling you. Mr. Speaker, thousands of Ghanaian youths were dismissed through a letter by the Chief of Staff. It's part of the State of the Nation. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, there is a scandal looming. Security services recruitment, TribeNet, we know who brought that company to the ministry. Kama has a way. And we, the minority, will pursue the person and make sure there's full disclosure. Mr. Speaker, the cocoa farmers, they have reduced producer price and Erikopoku cannot be found. They don't care about cocoa farmers and they are here telling us inflation, macroeconomics is already. Macroeconomics is already. Mr. Speaker, Galamsey continues, Ghanaians continue to suffer under this Galamsey hardship. And we expect concrete action to be taken on Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, to conclude, our elders say, give credit where credit is due. Mr. President is telling us today that some gains have been made. Those gains through this gold for reserve. Mr. Speaker, the gold for reserve policy, what they have failed to tell Ghanaians is that the Bawumia that they attack, Mr. Speaker, the Bawumia that they attack, the Bawumia that you attack is the brainchild of this policy. Mr. Speaker, I would want to urge the government, give to Bawumia what belongs to Bawumia. And Mr. Speaker, we are happy they are showing a picture, trying to embarrass the former finance minister. We've seen. But very soon, let me assure you that somebody, a senior appointee who is in charge of this TribeNet, would go to jail. So the one behind TribeNet, the one who introduced TribeNet to the ministry, who is chopping money, Mr. Speaker, we are happy you are showing. Very soon we'll bring her picture. Then you will see the one in charge of TribeNet, duping innocent Ghanaians, duping their unemployed youths. There are many youth who are looking for jobs. And this tribe net, with the connivance of an appointee of government, she will be exposed. So you continue with Kenoforiata. Soon and very soon, it will be your turn. Mr. Speaker, I will conclude by saying that this side of the House, we are ready today to debate on this SONA. And by Monday, the true SONA will be revealed by the minority. By Monday, we, the minority, will present to the people of Ghana the true state of the nation. Mr. Speaker, that said, let me thank you for the opportunity, and I wish Mr. President well. Thank you very much.
Osi osu mama on uti asembi a afenya makeka chese nadwen moha afenya ma nadwen agse mleke tontura wano mleke na frum agse sadi ya nyumle miwi ya mayi nam na frum eje empty osi yemfa credit emfa ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for good for oil policy. Ye Mr. Baumia, a brother good for oil Ghana for Bokase. The time in the Kumabo Canada Japan voice for how one can walk. Javenio Sambra Beam gold for oil Ghana for Boka $2.8 billion. And you will be away Jimmy and Obey Sadi, O Papa Japati, who gold, cotton Sika. Nefa bra fie nefa bra wo de ba won so wakwa koton woyer na de amre wo kromfo wo se me de jimi enti krono ana opese wo nti ahwie na mpete mu wie kan na fo nti wo se yensesa ne sa ne yemfanko raw box yemfanko je woyer ewie ne na Ghana fo abaka $2.8 billion e wo atire nipa we enne wanya no afanyam nyano kasa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Canada Japan kraka so will be a way chimi and obeka for the gold kwachi waye na me Canada Japan na Bawumia we chimi so wunyi mi ya ka won fa gold some the gold kwachi waye na wabata so yemfa credit momo ye momo ka mo de na ye gold for oil policy. Oye no pomantimi amfa oye kwata kra American na foto omonje mantimi amfa oye bia 1 gallon kra American na foto omonje enso na bosumi bia mu de gold kwa banane atmo kwa na mo fo oye bia bra mo de kwa na makoton mo agiska na mache moa na madi na kana foto ho na ye sofa batene aban bia boss me mobesia me use gold board e be affect kana makana yi 1 year the excellency John Mama nye besen bia baby ada kire me baby a wate sa aban we yakwaje besen aban baje besen a go through a parliament na parliament why a debate and some of more proof that by and what to say ye besen ho debate that by obi meka se me boa choto so se me boa oba TikTok ay Kwaku skate live internet say aban we born ho modern bebre. But opposition there, what to na ya de pa bia ye kura obeka se je. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oye policy ye boka. Ebra Bawumia start kwa ye man loan and what they started. Owura Sami Jemfi ye ya man besen bia da. Sami Jemfi anye besen and what they good bought. Or started zero. And so Sadia now was starting zero no. Ghana benefited Emma a feedy Ghana Nibia and the Ghana Nibia Hoton. Bisa won say dear and a feedy Ghana for Bisa hon bisa homam because ene gold for oil no etimi to bibia Ghana ni bi anya mfaso ewo faso butuo ewo gold for oil no Ghana ni bi anya mfaso kase ewo gold for oil no Ghana ni bi anya mfaso butuo faso butuo ewo gold for oil no ntie na me no kase
looking for better ways to
ena me no kase gold board ama Ghana ayi ena me no kase gold board amanuane boaba fom ena me no kase gold board ama yakwan ekoso kama ena me no kase gold board ama Ghana ni bi anya nsupa no ena me no kase gold board ama kokakua ni bi ahoton nti ene so beti ho no ka che say ye ma Dr. Mahmoud ba ya credit no kofa ba ya ka che say nipa ne se wo yekohwini on kana kre Nienko next story. Ebreninti. Ibika yemfanshe fridge. 11 abo. Enche di jumedi ni bebe. The next story. Medru so. Ene Kwaku sketch. Mitisi krum. Ene amanfo kasai. Ehwe senie enuoma bo etumi abafom
MBB tomatoes eba mienu for 5 cities 10 cities in this and tomatoes way
te adawroma enama Ghana photo kosia 50 Ghana ene enkokọ nketenkete adawroma ama Ghana ni bi etimi di kosia enan a day ene tomatoes emri bi atwam ni eyi ni 10 cities 15 cities 20 cities ena me no wo kase tomatoes kenten baako eye 50 Ghana Kwaku sketch metisi krom ene amanfo di nkomo yenkohwe bi
MBB tomatoes eba mienu for 5 cities 10 cities in this and tomatoes way anyina ba 50 Ghana the meaning nkomo mema obunfu kosia we uton say ebi kwa 50 Ghana ya wo ka iza obu afu minti mbesa be ka kire me e wo low sin 50 Ghana but we MPP ni nti mbesa no be ka sa obu afu e koya yanka enya sene na mre bi ya ka sa nye no se na aye ya yanka o se minim de
Unim ni ra unim sama no sama na ye MP ni dia right the minister
one penny one kasa cheme na John na yi na no men kasa I mean want me ankasa kosi okay me found to so me found my video kosi ani ye say kosi ye say 50 cities enkokon ketenkete aboa oh and enkokon ketenkete amakosia create to 50 cities amle bi atwam na moto 200 cities brown egg amle bi atwam na yetwi to 250 enti se na enkokon ketenkete adawroma na se yetwi to kosia create 50 Ghana ye mo John di melo abaso ye mo excellency John mama abaso tomatoes we you know for 10 cities tomatoes near you back 10 cities to be a hubi and yet here tomatoes weighing 50 Ghana oh excellency John mama we too much
Olma, we too much. We money identity you be a bodam or win. You be so bodam or home. About or tomatoes nikos. You see video in the ambassador and me be here. We knew so I am MPP new. So I had the you mean to me. That was a video the umpe. On to mention the men kasa. Nemo be beside mammy price no. Crowd the mamma, the mamma, kitten. I don't what te kusimon nano, or ye kakra and what's the other, or ye kakra and waba, kusia, 50 Ghana. Oh, and cookon kitten, yamin shramo. And cookon kitten, excellent your mamma, yammy one shroud. Send the wood me macan and need this year. It will talk us your crates. Not what the Cosifian would. Tete nobody Cosiatis and Fumino. A fiança. Papa, yamin shroud.
We aye Kwaku skirt, me tisi chrome information ni bi. The Ghana for Philly and my Bobby actually. Now, my main share, I'm say ene ye by election. Na Kwaku skirt. Ninya daje ekopi by election ni bi. In fact, Sunday me call campaign, final rally. Me call na man for say, oh, said the city no, NDC ni boy na wate na humbe winning. A woman say boy they are strong. Boy they are very, very strong. The NDC for Iowa so East, Monto Tomunio May. And yes, sir, 2028, boy the FM Abaji City for independent. Say don't get your mabo abaso. Abo abaso. Edu baby na me kra mabema bu. Sade na boy yene ne nkasa. Ko Sunday me ti stage. Na me tie someone call for camp the Kobe. I'm for so independent ni be wini. Nti ena wie Kwaku skirt na me wo hwa. Na me frika so na eba. Accra. Cause na me ba Accra na masan go back to Kaswa. And will be friend say. But the whole TV and you say I nipa to abano wo low cry. And me catch me driver say, Yanko Iowa so East. And in fact, na me ankasa me ne me call me tisi amanfo fie. O he boga wa shiwi na me kofie na me bunko todwe na me pachaw samanka baba jama mame. Enti the same thing na me ye na me si maka 2028 e ba betene fie aboa campaign. Ada ne yentimi ye. Ana ze mitimi ye de ada na me ntimi ye. Yenkoti de me call e kosi. Bonjour, video nice in my video number. Mama, what? We are saying number one. Sorry, not.
No, don't do this. Don't do this. Please, wake up. Put your sorry.
Let me catch up.
I don't like this. I'm your son. I'm a drama. Not now. Me tell me this time.
Number one. Exactly.
we Kwaku skate don't say that Matthias former me bunko to je patcha say omonkoto aba emfama baba jama nti ene no na me say baba jama obewi ni 100% eno achi me kosia baba jama ne ne di nkomo bebre am ka che so kana komanto ne yam obewi ni sit no susampa ebo no numpa ho ye kenkan ba no e che say baba jama atumi edi nkunim. Finally, NDC for atumi keep say seat no back. Nti mrase bedwam no numbers ne dem yo po. By election bi e be na NDC for so budget. Nti me catch us 2028 Kwaku skate mebe fie na maba be ye obi so hwe me free he ketechi ase Central Region Steven also heme Steven Ketitias Steven Beya Ketitias na heme fi wa ho yesi weekend mu wa yie bi ho anamboa yesi weekend mu wa yi kase bi ho pa okay Steven heme fi Ketitias enti asampa enti Kwaku skate me ko ene me ko ene kasa de mesese me ho jim na menye de meye bia se abajama yes I have video ni bi me Kwaku skate wo bu nkotodwe e wo door to door wo wura fiem wo pacha san fatum Mama, what? We are some number one. Sorry, not. Please, wake up. Put your sorry. Let me catch up. I don't like this. I'm your son. I'm a drama. Not now, my time Number one. We and door-to-door campaign. Yekoye de boa honorable Baba Jama. Baby, I don't mean we me we am upon. 1 hour 20 minutes. And you Kwaku skate. The ama me work room ha. A 24-hour economy automobile service. Company sonkwa me de ebe krum ha. Na me baye asase ehonsem ka adwuma no ka start. Ba neoma ma go through ma ban ene wo so. Enso me pe land. Neoma ma fem no. Enye ze me pass asase dia ye office keke. Enye asase a said me ko ye you office. But asase a me hwehwe no. Ukosa asase na nso so a amanfo aye project wo ho bebraye nka henkyere. Nete se we ma meti ase se obi hya ase MPP ni bi ti office ho. NDC for mesram. E wo mu se MPP for ma information and am the J power. E wo but yen kase mama mo adwuma. Mo form adwuma nye. And tisa 2028 ono ko yi wonsam de bronti kan wuse 2028 no. Obesan de wonsam afiri ho de akwa abonte akoma MPP ono an party. Because me buy new man go through no. Emisa njama me nya Ghana ni. Enso ade a me be ye ebeboa o man Ghana. But dirty politics. Dirty politics will be to what's on the home yame. On Monday me no. E kuro bi awukwa amra wu. But me di mra no so the other na the me hwehwe na me abo man mo fama. Amone me astroke sa. Me person ma bo bonkofo bi edin. But ye be sempany for. Mosi adwuma emra. But the adwuma eba na ye pe baabi de aye na so adwuma wo ye no obi so ye bi o baabi no office bi chefia bi e hye baabi so me mfa krata na ma wo dia. Na no me no me ho kra se me shepo no ma pa. Me no me ho because me wasting my time ma so asese me ye me free koma. Ebi America obi be ka se bra ko di adwuma na ade ba pese kokobe. Ya branded cars ne ho nyina a sesenka machines eguka no ye koni bi go office won ye de second ye fix it. But dirty politics enti ye nko hwe dem dey ba 24-hour economy automobile bune bi money.
This is chapter 2 for a better Ghana. It did big Nyojina kupondie, no dina Samson, no Sakwambase uwe, Oumpa Otias, National Democratic Congress. Unity, stability, and development. One people under one umbrella.
The late President Johnny Van Satamil started in about John Dramani Mahama Ye, not your man as Shannon. Montuma John Mahama, Montuma John Mahama, Montuma John Mahama, Montuma John Mahama. And Puntumantina, and Rantiana said, Namaba way, and Cockrafo, and Marawa phone say, Montuma John Mahama, Montuma John Mahama, Montuma John Mahama, Montuma John Mahama.
Okay, the ohe no we na ye deba ye brenenti ya me adoma ochina mese da nya adaje ma chechirem obi bi atiase a 24-hour American automobile service ye be fa street boys and girls near training one na e we don't want to pay was no ma ye adwuma e de amaye nyina oka aka kwanso oka aka nguram oka aka ofra ba bia wo hye cars na ba machine so mu dada e ba ya na e ba be ye adwuma mesre ka che wuni ase Kwaku skirt de adwuma bia ba obefa mabunu na mabuna nya bia ye we ni ade amede ba nso no amanfo tete me ade we me ka se mede ba na nkofo so wontimi nye e concept finally cars na ho ni abrande ho nyina ochina me sheda ye no full video o Facebook live na magina ho na aye program na Ghana ni bia nya bia hwe midin e de Kwaku skirt aha na brebe makwan na midi dwumede lesi na me ya adoma ochina nyumre esa ne wasia makraw
This is chapter 2 for a better Ghana. It did be Nyojinyan kupondie, no dina Samson, no Sakwambase Uwe, Oumpa Otiasu. National Democratic Congress. Unity, stability, and development. One people under one umbrella. The late President John Evans Atamil Satitineba John Dramani Mahama Yi Nodio Mana Shanensa. Montuma John Mahama. Montuma John Mahama. Montuma John Mahama. Montuma John Mahama. Empuntunyumantina Emrantiana said Namabawe Enkokrafo Emrawa Phone say Montuma John Mahama.